Okay, so we left off yesterday talking about the laws of Shabbat in page 388. 88. Double eight, they say. And we said that a person that's chulent burning or osavo burning is hamin. Burning Shabbat morning is already drying out. There's already not a good smell to it. And it's about to take off. Such a person wants to save it. He's allowed to save it by adding water into that osvo, into that chulent. However, he's not allowed to add water from samavar into an empty cup, and then from the empty cup that you filled with water into the osvo. Not allowed to do that, because the empty cup is kli sheni. And David John pouring it back into the osvo, it will be kli rishon.
So go from kli rishon to kli rishon.
Right. Kli rishon going to kli sheni, and then going into kli rishon. That's cooking after cooking.
But irumi kli rishon also, according to some opinion, is not cooking.
Very good. So what do we do in order to maintain irui kli rishon as kli rishon? We don't let it go without airspace. What's the idea of irui kli rishon is lo mevashel? Because the Rashba, all these chachamim, they explain when the samavar water comes out of the samavar, it faces the temperature of the room of the air space. It travels through the air, right? That friction going through the air, but this is let's say 190, 195 degrees, 200 degrees Fahrenheit, and the room temperature is 69, 70. You understand the big difference that happens?
So how do you do it?
So in order for that not to happen, says the halacha, make it that there is no exposure to the room temperature. How? You maintain in kli rishon. Unbelievable. I'm telling you, if I know the face of Mashiach is coming, if I would know the face of Mashiach, he will come. Today I'm saying, is Emmanuel going to come today or no? Is Emmanuel going to come today or no? Boom. But I said Yitzchak comes with you. Huh? I mean, that's what I was thinking. Mamash thinking about you. I said, I got to get Emmanuel today. Then I got 1 million people over there in the Bedin. The one I get is Bedin. The day Persian people came.
Divorce?
No. Buildings. Suing. $1.5 million damages.
Damages?
Damages. From another guy.
What kind of damage?
We deal with big numbers sometimes. You know, sometimes numbers that we deal with, it's like, wow.
How could be damaged? What kind of damage?
Huh? Whatever. He has his claims. Now, when a person comes first time, we're not allowed to listen to the full story because maybe he's lying. Or you have to have the second guy over there. But usually the one that's suing, no, the second guy that is suing. Because a person...
Well, both of them are the same.
Right. The Gemara says, Torah says, Shamoa ben achichem ushfatetem tzedek. You have to hear both sides in front of each other. Then tzedek will come out. Justice will come out. So when a person comes first time, we just present general information. Like
In one-time case gets solved? Or?
It depends. If they are cooperating fast, yeah, you can get solved. One time. Sometimes it's half a time. Depends on the case.
And they just pay like one fee for the day, that's it.
That's already depends on the Bedin. The Bedin decides there. Okay, back to us. So just why I didn't call you then. I wanted to call you. I said, I'm going to call you. Boom, I got sidetracked with the other tasks over there.
Do you guys need translators over there also?
For Persians?
What if they don't speak English so well?
They'll bring translator. Yeah.
So if you need translator, so who's going to translate?
You want me to recommend?
Yeah.
Well, why not?
I can sign up.
Why not? Okay, of course. Okay, so now...
Volunteer only?
No, they'll pay you.
Let me know.
Why not? Why not?
Read, write, everything.
וואי. איזה חתיך, מה קרה?
הייתי בארוחה עם חבר שבא נפלא.
וואי. Florida is the place, חביבי.
Where's the after party?
Okay, so the Ashkenazim, they say it differently. You hear? Jesse, Ashkenazim say, you gotta hear what Ashkenazim say. Tomorrow you don't know what type of domot kelim you're gonna have.
התחלת טוב, סיימת לא טוב.
Well, this is mine or this is yours?
Closer to you.
This is mine? ברשות, רבותיי, ג'סי, קח שהכל. יש לך שהכל? שהכל פותר הכל. מלא. ימלא פי.
Give him whiskey.
Jesse, you're gonna have... Jesse, This bracha gonna make that you're gonna have good domot,
Amen.
good kelim.
Amen.
Bezrat Hashem.
Amen.
Now you'll be saying amen on the bracha, you'll see.
Amen.
ברשות מוריי ורבותיי,
Shammai.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו.
Amen.
Very good. Thank you. Comes the Ashkenazim and said, listen, I have news for you. You don't need to maintain the Samavar Kli Rishon into the Osvo Kli Rishon directly without airspace. No. Even if you will put the water, I'm going to read to you the language, how they say it. Authority permit if the water being added is already fully cooked. If the water is already fully cooked, you're allowed to put it inside the Kli Sheni, into a cup, and then pour it into the osvo, into the chamin. Why? Ashkenazim say, whenever food, liquid food, actually, even liquid food, was already cooked once, no cooking will apply to that until it will become cold. But if it is warm is Kli Rishon or no? If I have right now a pot, hot pot, yeah, it's Kli Rishon. It was on the fire. It's Kli Rishon. Emmanuel, Kli Rishon or no? Yes. I took it off the plata. I waited hour. It cooled off.
Yeah.
Would it still have warmth?
Yeah.
Probably yes, right? If I waited, I don't know, 5-6 hours, probably it's already going to be cold. But if I have waited 1 hour, would it still have warmth? Probably yes. Can I put that food? Sorry, before put. What's the status of the food right now? Kli Rishon or Kli Sheni? It's definitely not Rishon already. The Rishon is finished. Rishon has to be hot. It's already not hot. It's lukewarm. Hamim. Hamim b'motzai Shabbat melugma. It's not hot. It's a little ham. It's a hamim. It's a little bit, right? Lukewarm. There's some warmth to it. Says the Ashkenazim, even if it's soup, allowed to put it back on the plata. You hear this?
If it's warm.
If it's still warm.
That's
Yes,
why they
some
cannot-
warmth.
They cannot put the tea back.
Faradim say, like Jesse says, that it has to be Yad Soledet Bo. Scalding hot. Ana Bechoroma. Bechor. Pijak Piripah. Ashkenazim say it has to be, Sfaradim say it has to be scalding hot. I took off a soup from the plata. I served everybody. It cooled off a little bit. Can I put it back on the plata or no? Sfaradim. It cooled off a little bit. But it's still scalding hot. You still cannot touch. What do we hold?
So you took it off for 10 minutes.
I took it off from the fire, from the plata. For 10 minutes. I took it off. I put it on the countertop. I served everybody. After 10 minutes of serving, I want to put it back on the plata. Allowed or no? According to our Torah, allowed.
What? The soup
Why?
or the food?
The soup. To put it back on the plata, allowed.
But you remove it and
So Jesse remembers that you have to hold it in your hands. That's Ashkenazic thing. For Sfaradim, even if you let it go, no problem, right? You learn Mishnah Brura from the Ashkenazim. That's how Avad Yosef says, when you learn Mishnah Brura, always open the Sephardi books afterwards. Because Mishnah Brura explains Maran according to Ashkenazi ways.
They have it, the Sephardi commentaries now.
Right, yeah. So learn with that, he says. Don't learn just as a Mishnah Brura, the Chafetz Chaim's opinion only, because you know what's shocking is, as big as Chafetz Chaim was, he never believed that his book will be learned by the whole world.
Wow.
He thought I'm writing it for the people in Radin. You know, like I'm typing for you guys to be able to have the English version of the Chazon Ovadia as main points, right? For the group of people here. Imagine tomorrow is going to be all over the world. Who would believe that? I would never believe that. Chafetz Chaim was a very humble person. Extremely humble.
He wrote Mishnah Berurah?
He wrote Mishnah Berurah.
I thought he's the
Do you know that
author of
Chafetz
the
Chaim
books of the
was supposed to...
Lashon
That's also he wrote that, yes. You know, he was supposed to be a big Kabbalist. He was connected to the Leshem, one of the greatest Kabbalists ever lived. If you see on the Mishnah Berurah, it says Leshem. See the... Was one of the greatest Kabbalists ever lived. Big Kavanot he revealed, the Leshem of the Arizal. Chavetz Chaim was supposed to go that path. From Shamayim, they guided him to go to the halacha path from Shamayim. He said, I want to learn Kabbalah and teach Kabbalah.
What happened?
The story said, there is a story that he has a certain dream and they come and explain to him that your job is to make the birur ha'halacha. You will be mevarer nitzotzot ha'kedusha. Your tikkun is with that, more than with Kabbalah. And he stopped writing. He was writing on Kabbalistic things at the beginning, yeah. Ashkenazi, Litvish. Now learning Kabbalah, wanted to teach Kabbalah, write on Kabbalah, and practice with the people with that. That to what degree he appreciated Kabbalah. This is a lesson for all the Ashkenazim also. That we should all appreciate the Kabbalah on the high standards. Like Sfaradim do. So back to us. If Ashkenazim, what they say, that as long as it's still lukewarm, you're allowed to put it back on the plata. Even though right now it's going to become boiling hot, no problem. We're not cooking after cooking in liquids if it's still lukewarm. Maran, Rabbi Yosef Karo says, no, it has to be scalding hot. Only then you're allowed to put it back on. Immanuel Famidim, very good. Says Ravadia, based on this, what if right now Ashkenazim, whenever the pot cooled off, it was on the fire, you took it off, after an hour, it cooled off. Can I put it back on? Ashkenazim say, yeah, but it's Kli Sheni now. Then you put it back on the plata, it's going to become Kli Rishon. So what do you see? Kli Sheni, you're allowed to put it back on the plata to turn into Kli Rishon. Nachon? So if I have a chulent burning on Shabbat, I have the samavar over here. I'm going to pour from the samavar into an empty cup. Oh, Rabbi, empty cup, it's Kli Sheni. Then you're going to pour it into the oslo on the plata, you're making again Kli Sheni to Kli Rishon. According to Ashkenazim, as long as the liquid it's still hot, and this is very hot,
Or warm.
according to Ashkenazim, even if it is warm, it's allowed. How much more so if it is hot like that, it's allowed.
Okay, what's the far?
Therefore, Ashkenazim will be allowed. If a person has Ashkenazi around, you're allowed to ask him, listen, come here. I don't want to take the oslo right now, according to the Sephardi method, and make it next to the spout, very close to, without airspace. It's too hard. Complicated. Yeah, you Ashkenazi, you do for me. Take an empty cup of water, fill it up with the samavar water, and put it in the osvo and the chulent, save the situation. Mutar or no?
Sephardi cannot do it?
Sephardim cannot do that.
Why
Even though he's
Because-
not going to eat from that food?
Yeah. That goes on Shabbat.
But
Why?
it's already Yasola the
You know,
go
you-
from the cup.
Yeah.
So why can't you?
Because we hold Kli Sheni. Kli Sheni turning into Kli Rishon, asu. But Ashkenazim say no, even if it's Kli Sheni. As long as it has some warmth.
Even if it's Kedishon, it's still Yasola the go.
Rabbi, you said it's allowed to reboil water.
Yeah.
Or it's already cooked. He's right. So it's already cooked.
No, but
It doesn't make the
boiling
taste
after
of-
boiling in water, it's allowed to. But in soup, it's not allowed to. Or and why? I want to say why. Mitztamik ve'afelo. Water, the more you cook it, it doesn't become better.
Okay, so
Chulent, the more you cook it, or soup, the more you cook it, it becomes better.
you can't put the water in.
So since you're making the water inside the osvo, inside the chulent, right now it becomes part of this entity. So it becomes under the category of mitztamek ve'tovlo. The more you'll cook it, the better it becomes. That's not allowed to read on Shabbat. You understand the logic? Very good.
Wait, so if I take the shulent off the plata, I could just pour water right on it and serve it?
Yeah, but you have to know.
No.
We have to use Sephardi. Have to make it very close to the spout of the samavar.
If I'm putting it back on the fire, so no?
Yeah.
No, if I-
Oh, you don't want to put it back on the fire? Yeah, no problem.
Oh, that's no
Yeah, you
problem.
can do with airspace also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because your intention is not to bring it back.
Yeah.
Using the cup, it's okay.
Using the cup for Ashkenazim, it's okay, or for Sfaradim, also okay if you're not putting it back on the plata. Ashkenazim say it's okay even if you're going to put it back on the plata. Sfaradim say no. If you're going to put it back on the plata, you made Kli Sheni back into Kli Rishon. That's a problem. Bishul achar bishul.
Is this
Understand the logic?
Is this
If not, ask. Don't be shy, Rabotai. I want you to understand. I like whenever the students understand. They come out of the class. I understood every point. If not, I'll repeat 3,000 times. No problem. I'm saying from a clean heart. Yes. Sfaradim say, you take from samavar into a cup. You're not allowed to pour that cup into the oslo if you're going to put the oslo back on the plata. Asu.
Even if the water is hot.
The water palakas hot. Asu, because Kli Sheni. Kli Sheni doesn't cook.
Wait, if you're gonna do from Rishon to
If you're going to samavar directly to the oslo, That's first to first. But airspace is not permitted, not allowed. Airspace. So that's you have to bring the pot, hot one, next to the samovar, very close to the kranchik, to the spout, without airspace. So you maintain kli rishon into kli rishon. Without airspace, you're good. But if you put into airspace or you put it into kli sheni, then you put it back on the plata, you turn kli sheni into kli rishon. Now it's a problem. But if you will not put it back on the plata, I have enough people right now, they're all gonna knock it down right now. They're all gonna eat it.
No problem.
So I want to put directly from Samavar into, not directly, from Samavar into second Kli Sheni and pour it into the Oslo. Allowed or no? Oslo is hot. Allowed. But Rabbi, if it's hot, it's Kli Rishon. I'm not putting it back on the plata.
It's not Kli Rishon because you took it off.
It is somewhat Kli Rishon. It's debatable if it's Kli Rishon or not. Because once it was on the plata, it maintains the status of Kli Rishon until it'll cool off less than Yatzoledet Bo. Some say no. Some say you took it out of the plata. The boiling point reduced. It's already not Kli Rishon. That's I told you. It's somewhat marble. It's going to cool it down. Nachon. But for how much it has to be cooled down to lose the status of Kli Rishon? That's the debate. Pretty much. That's the machloket. Goy what? Kli sheni to Kli Rishon? No problem. The goy can reheat soup for you.
Okay.
You're saying that this Kli sheni to Kli Rishon business is like you're reheating soup. But reheating soup with the goy, it's allowed directly. You don't need to go through any doubts because we said that cooking after cooking, it's by liquids. It's 100% asur or it's debatable asur. Rambam said it's allowed, remember? So for us, it's debate on Doraita, for Jews. Safek Doraita, L'chumra. But for Goyim, I tell the Goy, it's only asur Rabbanan. If I tell the Goy, light a fire on Shabbat, what issue did I do by telling the Goy? Asur Rabbanan. So here I'm not telling him to light on the fire, I'm telling him to do something that is debatable. So is it 100% of what I'm doing right now? No, it's debatable. Debatable on the Rabbanan level. Safek the Rabbanan, lekula.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Samara, the water finished. Can I go come and fill up the water?
No. That's already too much. Yeah, what's your question, David?
No, I mean not full it, but at least have, let's say.
You're not allowed to. Refill Samavar, what Yosef says, not allowed to. Yes.
How about Yom Tov?
Allowed. On Yom Tov, you're allowed to. You're allowed to cook on Yom Tov.
Okay.
What
Yeah.
about if he does it for his own purpose?
What Yosef doesn't allow it. Even if that's
He
for his
can do
own
it for
purpose.
himself, but you're not going to benefit out of it.
But you
Right.
don't know about it. You can't
No, if you don't know, you don't know. We're talking when you know. He's asking to do it.
ask him.
Right. That will be a
I
problem.
was gonna ask for the children, can you put it on the back of the pot? Only the front fire is on, the back is off. So it gets warm. It's not hot.
What do you want to put? The soup?
The children back.
Yeah.
That's fine.
From a hot place of the plata, you want to put it on a lower heat.
With the water. I want to add water and let it just sit over there in the back.
Would it become scalding hot or no? That's the question.
You know, so
If it will become scalding hot,
keep it warm.
so what keeping warm means? If it's scalding hot, yatzoledet bo, it's considered to be cooking, even though it's not boiling point already, because you removed it from the center. You're saying to the side,
Yeah.
but would that side make it scalding hot? So then it's no problem. If it's gonna just keep make it warm, not scalding hot, then no problem. Then even not cooked water you're allowed to put in such a case.
Okay.
Why? Because it's not gonna cook it. You're saying it's just making it warm.
Because the fire's not there. It's in the front.
Nachon.
Yeah.
Got it?
Okay.
Very good. Harasho.
Another question, Rabbi.
Joram.
Sometimes they have samovar where the water fills up automatically. That's okay?
No.
That's not okay.
Yeah, it's not okay. Because you are dealing with the oraita. Cooking water on Shabbat, turning on the machine on Shabbat, all these things are the oraita.
Even though you don't do it's like a timer or
No, it's not you don't do it. You do it because you take out the water, and now there is no water. Comes right now new water, and he cooks it for you on Shabbat.
It's the same thing with the hot water heater.
No.
hot water here I'm talking about. What is the black
It's the
water?
same thing.
No. He's talking about the shower hot water.
No.
No.
The tank water that the people have in the house.
There's
80 gallons tank water.
There is a hot water heater in the basement that cold water comes, hot water. It's just for your faucet hot water. Then there is another.
I'm
hot
happy you
water.
asked that, Amir John, because
Yes,
you
no, but
will
also-
care about the answer. Some Amaretz will not care about the
I
answer.
tell
For
you.
them, there is no difference.
No, but there's
But I'll tell the
also
difference.
The samovar. There's samovar also. There is this synagogue that has a big
Right,
samovar
big samovar.
right away. You know.
I know.
There's a hot water connected.
I know.
So-
Cold water connected.
Cold water.
Cold water.
So it's the
Right.
same thing. It's
So
the same
we-
hot water
can I
tank.
use it?
Well, good question. But the comparison, after I'm going to explain to you, is incorrect for the following reason. Main reason Rav Yosef allows the hot water tank for washing dishes, stuff like that, it says because people don't need the water to become yad soledet bo. So that's already makes the whole story drop big level. It's called lo nihale. Pasik resha de lo nihale. However, when you make chai, you don't want the water, the samavar water, to become less than yad soledet bo temperature. Then you're not making chai, you're making iced tea.
Particularly if you Persian.
Yeah. Sometimes there's Persians in the crowd. They say, Rabbi, no, say shak already. Chai gets cold. Well, you can just put it in
But
second ago.
tank, you want it to be a yaso, and then you cool it down with cold water. You turn on both faucets. Oh, but you're saying, but maybe you don't even need the cold water to turn on, so it would be happy if it's just, because if it's yaso, you can't even wash it because then you burn your hands.
Right. You don't want the dishes, water comes out of your faucet, you cannot be able to put your hand. Chas v'shalom, if your daughter wash the dishes, Hashem yerachim, it can burn her face, the hands.
But it's double cooking now. There's the cold water going into the hot water tank, and then in the faucet level also, again, you're mixing cold and hot together, you're cooking inside the faucet also.
Right. But this Rav Yosef dealt with, and he said, bottom line, it's not a problem, the second one, because the pipe, it was not on the fire, so it has the status of klisheni. Klisheni lo mevashet.
Now, the first one, so how does he fix the first?
So he said that because the tank one, he said it's okay, bottom line, mikaradin, he says because it's pasik reshe, that you don't care for that to happen. You want
Also
the hot
bottom
water
one-
to come
also
out. You don't
bottom
want the
one
new cold water to get cooked to a point of yad soledet bo.
Also, bottom one wins, because bottom one,
So it's
it's
opposite.
hot.
If the bottom one wins, the problem. Because the bottom one is hot. If you will go that way, you will lose the leniency. That's not the reason we allow it. One of the main factors Rav
What's
Adia
the
leans
other one?
on.
So that's one.
There's many. I don't want to say the whole class right now on this. But there's many reasons. One of the main factors is whatever I just told you.
So he used the suffix sefeka or just...
Many sfekot he used, yeah. That was a big difference between that one and the samavar, the automatic
So
one.
the big samovar, they have to shut it down.
Well, 100%. They have another system.
Makes sense, because after a while, the whole samovar is empty and then there's no more water, okay.
Yeah.
I see why then.
Yeah.
It's not connected.
Okay, back to us.
Some of our cooks, let's say, like after every 5 minutes, just goes on.
Yeah, that's no problem. But it cannot be refilled.
It still cannot refill.
Yeah, cannot be refilled. Because the water that is inside there, when the timer turned off, right? The heating element is off. The water you have right now inside are cold or hot? Water is R or is in English? Water is, right? Not R.
Where is?
The water is. In Hebrew, it's always plural. Amayim hem. You don't say amayim hu. Hem. Al ma'im rabim. Ma'im rabim. You don't say ma'im rav. Okay? So this element is off, right? The heating element. The water temperature is cold or hot? Very hot. That's called in halacha toldot ha'ur. You have the ur, the source of heat that cooked that water. Then you have toldot ha'ur, whatever was on the fire. Halacha says cooking by the ur, by the fire, or by whatever is derivative of the fire. Both are deoraita not allowed by Torah. So if right now the timer turned off the system, but the water is hot from the fire, from the heating element, what's the status of it? The oraita status. It's like you're right now pouring water on top of a pot that is on the fire.
The reason in English is because it is.
Yeah.
So how come the goy cannot add water to the... You don't tell him.
Samavar, it's cooking on the oraita. Not allowed to let the goy cook the
You didn't
oraita.
tell him.
Doesn't
You
matter.
himself, because he
You
also
forget.
drank.
You forget the oraita, the goy. We have two restrictions from: one to tell him, one to benefit from his
But
actions.
If
Remember?
he did it for himself, you are benefiting. It's not like you told him and you are benefiting from or he didn't have a
Bring him
kavanah.
out, Masechet Shabbat. Bring. He's not gonna finish right now. Bring it. 121. Bring quick.
It's
Here in front of your face.
Rabbi, it's
Bring for him. No, that's all for him. You know, he saves people. Save him also.
It's okay. I'll trust you.
Shabbat
Just tell me.
121. No, I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay, so
121.
Look.
Kuf Raf Aleph. In English. There's art school at Krofon. Okay. Number 2. What is the law regarding water that has cooled down from boiling point? The rule for water that has been cooled down from boiling point is that it may not be reheated to the temperature of Yatz Oledet Bo on Shabbat. However, the Rama permits reheating liquids such as soup on Shabbat as long as it not completely cooled down and retains some warmth. Rama, Ashkenazi. Amir John, sit this way. I don't see David. Thank you, John.
So where is the point of Ayat Soledet Bo?
Ashkenazim? They said no problem. Once he got cooked, you don't need any more Yatz Oledet Bo. Even if it's below Yatz Oledet Bo.
כל עוד שלא ניתקת אותו.
As long as it's... No, yeah, for Ashkenazim, yeah.
אז זה לא פשוט להגיד זה...
No. That's... לא מתקת מהידיים, according to Ashkenazim. If Ashkenazi wants to return a cold soup on the plata, he's not allowed to detach it from his hands.
Right.
One hand still has to be attached to it.
Right.
Ashkenazi.
Okay.
Sfaradim say even if you detach yourself fully from it, you put it on the countertop even. Putting it back on the plata, no problem, because it's still scalding hot. Ashkenazim say even if it's not scalding hot, but your hands was on it,
You could.
no problem. In English.
I could have found English file before.
He's not going to believe you now.
Why not here?
Translate.
Bring in Hebrew. You brought the Hebrew one? Bring, here. Amir John, Bio John.
Okay, I bring you.
Bechon. Bio Tzadik. Here. Gemara asked. Here. No, it's Kuf bit. Here. Gemara asked, if a goy turn on a candle, are you allowed to benefit from this candle or no?
No, because you might come to move it around and add it. Or
So
fix
according to our Torah, it is allowed.
for himself.
Gemara says why? Read. Afilu tema befanav. The goy turn it on befanav, in front of you. Gemara says he's still allowed to benefit from it. Fire, you turn on fire on Shabbat. No problem. Why? Because he also did it for himself. Ner lame'ah.
So water.
Because one person benefits from the candle, or 100 people benefit from the candle. Is there extra thing that he did for you? When the guy turned on a candle and everybody were looking at the candle, did he did extra effort, extra amount, quantity?
It's the same room, doesn't matter.
Huh? One person benefits from it. Right now, 10 people will sit here, or 100 people sit in this room. The same amount of light is coming out.
Okay.
So Gemara says, therefore, the goy, by turning on the fire for the candle for himself, it didn't benefit the Jew. So one of the two restrictions on Shabbat is not to tell the goy. Second one is not to benefit from the goy, right? So if I didn't tell the goy did it himself. The telling part, I'm okay, I didn't tell him. But the part of benefiting, I am benefiting. Gemara says, no. In the candle case, you're not benefiting. Why? Because the goy did the same amount of effort for himself. It's the same thing for you. One candle for one or candle for 100 is the same thing. However, Gemara says, taking the water over here is talking about water. Your question. Mile maim. Your question, right? What is mile maim? You filled water. Lashkot be'emto. Bim bishul Israel asu. If he did it for the Jew, asu. Why? Because water, if you want to feel, if I am a goy and I know that I am going to only chas v'shalom, yeah, chas v'chalila, and I know that I am redrawing the water only for me, how much water would I take out?
3 cups.
Not that much. 3 cups, right? Not more than that. But if I know I have to get another 5-6 Yehudim with me, I'm going to take much more water. So I have to put extra effort for the extra water. So since the goy has to put extra effort, the poskim say,
He's filling a one pitcher.
Not very
Filling a one pitcher, emptying the whole pitcher. That's it.
true,
It's
but
extra
it's,
effort.
you are correct, but it's extra. If he right now would do it for himself, he wouldn't maybe not even fill up a pitcher. Maybe he will just put the water on the fire and cook for himself.
But if there is majority
much
going,
less
if
water.
there's majority going in that environment, then it's okay.
No, even majority.
Why?
Even majority. Rabbi Yasuf says not allowed to.
Four guys, 3 Jews.
Yeah, not allowed to. Because it's something that reduces. So if because a Jew will benefit from it, the guy say, oh, he likes it. Next time I'm going to put extra for him. So something that is quantity based the guy did extra, you're not allowed to benefit from.
So only you can
Something that is
benefit-
not extra, who does the same amount for 1 or for 100, from this Gemara says you could benefit.
So benefit is only from midrabanan.
Everything with the goy is the Rabbanan. The whole Torah regarding goyim is the Rabbanan.
How can you get benefit from when a Jew violates, let's say, do something special, okay? But
By what level? At what level? Don't mix the cases.
so how much more so with
At what
not
level?
Not with the Oraita, but with Rabbanan.
Shogeg the
Now the goy is
Rabbanan.
doing with Rabbanan.
Hold on. What the goy did?
Getting benefit from the goy's action is
The goy is
Rabbanan.
actually not allowed to. If it's the Oraita action, but it's the Rabbanan action, you're allowed to, of course. A goy turn on the LED light. For you, he turned on and he left. Can you benefit from the LED or no? Yeah. Why? Because he did for the Rabbanan. We learned the equation. Telling a goy to do Yisur the Rabbanan, if it's for sake of Shabbat, mitzvah, enjoyment, all these things, mutar. You're allowed even to tell him. How much more so you're allowed to benefit from whatever you have done. But if the goy did the Oraita, let's say the goy turned on the candle and he left. He's not sitting here. Can you read from the candle or no? No?
That's a problem.
Well, you just told me allowed. Allowed when he benefits from it also, so you can justify how he did it for himself.
Yeah, but with these lights, doesn't really matter, right?
But LED light is not the Oraita, therefore it doesn't matter. If he is left in the room or left the room,
Can I ask you a question? I'm sorry. If let's say if it's
Habibi, he's Levi, you have to give him cover.
No, I'm sorry.
Mochel, okay?
No, if a child gonna turn on the light, it's okay.
Child turn on, not okay. That's Asud Oraita.
Why? But it's LED.
Asud, okay, so Asud Rabbanan LED.
כן, אבל לא מלמדים אותם, we don't tell them to do it because
No,
then it's
that-
gonna...
Not only don't tell him, Asud, כתוב בתורה. 10 commandments.
Tell him, but
כן, אתה לא...
Yeah, the Gemara says even if you don't tell him, if you let it happen knowing that he does it, it's like you told him. Bring for him Masechet Yevamot. Remember the page. Page Kid. Kuf Yud Daled.
How about for Mechel
I
Shabbat?
remember the page. Don't tell your kids what
So
to
you
do.
cannot
To
move,
do
so you
Asur.
cannot move the kid in a way you pick him and move them. like
Asur,
to
it's
turn on.
100% Asur.
Even Rabbanan light
Yeah. 100% Asur.
is Shinui.
Asur, Jonah, Asur.
But it's Shinui.
Asur. You do the shinu with the elbow. It's better than the child is going to do it. Hoshana, Hoshana.
what's the
Aniva, Hoshiana.
So what's the difference?
Because the child is going to do it regularly. The melacha was done regularly. When you do it with the elbow, the melacha was done b'shinu. Also another problem, you're teaching him. Okay, number 3. Oh, yeah, yeah. What is the law for Sfaradim?
I have a question.
Hold on, let me finish this. Sfaradim follow the ring of Shulchan Aruch. Might have different leniencies, especially regarding dishes that are fully cooked. Yes, what's your question?
You said the other day that a plata that's electric is the Rabbanan, right? Not the right.
According to some, it's not bottom line.
Oh, it's not okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so-
Rabbi Yosef brought that into equation to put the soup on the turned on plata
Okay.
and watch it until it become warm. Don't make it hot.
Okay.
Scalding hot become problem. Lower than scalding hot level, remove it. So it said safek sfeka, right? Maybe we'll remember to remove it, like Rashi said that we rely on you. And you're going to say Tosfot disagreed. Maran passing like Tosfot. Maybe it has like Rambam. The cooking after cooking, even the liquid is no problem. But Yosef restricted it. But Yosef spoke about when you were not over there. You left it and you on the plata and you left, and on the source of heat and you left.
Okay.
So chances you will remember is very low. That's how Maran Bet Yosef restricted it. But we allowed it, says Rav Ovadia, whenever you're going to watch over there the whole time. That's one answer he said. Second answer he said, Maran spoke about fire. Maran didn't have electricity in these times. So fire, reheating on it, it's 100% Doraita. But cooking on electricity, it was not like this in Mishkan. Therefore, some opinion hold that it's cooking on electricity, the Rabbanan. So now the Safek Sveka is not on Doraita level on fire. It's on the Rabbanan level, it's electricity. Now we have more reason to be lenient.
Didn't you say we could watch the soup on the fire also, or no?
Bottom line, we could.
Oh.
Bottom line, we could. But this, Rav Yosef says, for sick people, for children, for a big need. Tzorich, gadol. But on electricity, you could be even more lenient. Because according to some, it's only the Rabbanan.
Rabbi, yesterday,
Zohar, Rabotai, what about Zohar? All day questions. Let's go Zohar a little bit. Shotakoi. Amir John, can you make the recording for Zohar? God bless us. Oh, here it is.